All right, welcome to the next episode of the Ramblin Rebels Podcast. This is going to be episode 9, and we are featuring Cobey Wahden today. How are you doing, Cobey?
I'm doing pretty good.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who is Cobey Wahden?
Well, Cobey Wahden is 15. He's in 9th grade. Goes to Riverside Academy. He's been here for 11 years. Plays football, soccer, runs a little bit of track. He's in a band. Makes straight A's, a lot of that.
Straight A's. You know, that's really impressive. So, Noah, I know you are on the football team with Cobey. What's it like, you two together? Do you find you guys,
sometimes we practice, like during pre-practice stuff, we're always around each other. And Kobe's just a cool dude. He doesn't really talk much, but he always does what he's supposed to have, like what he's supposed to do. And I think Kobe's a cool, chill guy.
I think Cobey's a really, I kind of, am jealous of the fact that you do, all of this stuff. You make straight A's, everything like that. So what's it like, juggling band with football with, everything else?
It's very time consuming. I mean, obviously, going to football, band, having to practice, and having to go to school. I mean, I don't really have a lot of time to myself anymore, which I'm kind of used to, but it would be nice to just be able to go home, lay down, and not have to worry about school, band, football. But that's pretty much it.
So, with football, this upcoming game, this Friday, we play, we have a game. It's a home game, correct?
We have a game against Ascension Catholic this Friday at 7. It's home.
It is home.
And it's the first playoff game for us, not for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a really good game. They're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
But
what are some of the stars that you see on our team versus the stars that you see on their team?
I went to one of their games. I think they're a good, well-rounded team. There's not a lot of stars, but their quarterback and their wide receiver are brothers, and they target each other a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like the quarterback always throwing to his brother. He's probably his main target, and they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother, the wide receiver, he plays defense too. He's pretty good on defense, but I think he gets his nose stuck in the run a lot.
So, I think we've had a really good season so far. What do you think about going into this game? Do you think we are able to adapt to the wide receiver and the quarterback, focusing on each other a lot and stuff like that?
100%. We have a really good game plan. Coach Lashney on defense, he's a defensive genius. He taught us the coverages and on the D line we have a bunch of games that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be fine.
So, Cobey, you play tight end, right?
Yeah.
So what's it like playing tight end against all of these schools? And it's your first year playing football, along with Coach Lee being the new coach. You haven't really experienced the old coaching. What does it feel like to be a part of changing how our win streak has gone from the previous years to this year?
I mean, it feels good. Obviously, I'm not gonna be a starter my first year. It's obviously for Scott, but I mean, it feels good to be able to go in and get a little bit of play time as a freshman, too. I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, I never thought I'd be playing varsity football, especially since I used to play O-line, Noah.
You used to play O-line.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean,
I was 4'2", maybe 50 pounds. It was awful.
It was awful.
It was awful.
Your brother also played on the O-line. He did come to Riverside and played football. He was pretty good. He got second team all-district his senior year. Do you feel like you have to live up to that, or what do you think about that?
I do. I mean, it's going to be hard to be able to live up to what has done in his life, but I'm going to see if I can get second team in a couple years, if not first team all-district. But it's going to be hard to be able to live up to what Hayden did.
Right.
I know besides all of the football things that you were known for and how you started this year along with Coach Lee and how we have such a winning streak. We also have a very big winning streak that has continued for the past like 8 years of getting straight superiors at our band competitions as well.
Oh yeah.
And you have been a part of that for how many years now? What is it?
2.
2, 3, 2?
2.
Yeah. So this is your 3rd year.
Mhm.
So this is you've stuck with that as well as like I know you were into soccer last year and stuff like that. So what's it like, being a part of like the band and being a part of football? Like, is there like a common feeling between the two?
It's weird because whenever I go to football, they got a lot of people. First time I went to football, it was kind of different. I mean, I didn't really know anybody. I was kind of nervous.
Mm.
I didn't know what I was going to do. But I started thinking about it like band and football, how's that going to work, And eventually I had to just catch on really quick, and now I'm here.
Yeah, I know Kiez. Kiez was one that switched back and forth between band and football. And he was very athletic. He did soccer as well.
There was also Logan Loving, who did soccer and football and band.
Logan Loving too. Kiez and Logan, and it seems as if you're almost following that path. Did you like look up to them when they were still here, or?
Kiez was definitely one person that I did look up to, especially last year whenever he came back for soccer. Half the time he'd come practice with us and stuff, and I remember that he played football, and it was kind of like, wow, I want to be like him one day. I want to be able to play football, band, soccer.
Kiez, the man of many words.
Yeah, he did. He definitely spoke a lot. That's sarcasm, by the way. He barely spoke at all. He was very quiet and kept together, kind of like how you are. I've been able to like tell like you're not a very like talkative person, but whenever you do get comfortable, you do talk a lot. So, like what's some things that you say are some like common interests that you share with like some of the band members, some of the football members? Like what's some stuff that makes you like get along with them well?
I mean, I don't really know. It's kind of being able to relate with others.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not much that I like that a lot of people like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's being able to relate, being able to talk, just being able to sit down, have like a nice conversation with each other. That's what really helped me with everything, especially with you.
And I kind of like, I remember I kind of like pushed you into like, you know what, you're gonna be in band, you're gonna be good at this. Like I feel like I took you out of your comfort zone for the band. I'm not sure who did it for football, but I definitely will take responsibility for the band one.
I don't really know who did it for football. It was kind of
it was definitely Coach Lee.
He definitely got me. Yeah, he got me into football.
So what was that
but
like? Like he.
Oh God! All last year, whenever he first came, I was in athletic PE. Every single day, he'd be like, "You come play football. You come play football. I'll make you have fun. It's gonna be good." And eventually, I just bought into it, and now I'm playing.
So, besides all of the football and the band and the athletic department of stuff, what's it like? You have straight A's. You're a part of. Are you in beta and like?
I'm in 4-H right now.
4-H, yeah. So you have like a lot of academic stuff going for you.
Yeah.
What's like a career that you see yourself pursuing? Is it just like football, or do you see yourself like going into like a field of like arts or of like medical? Or?
I think if sports don't work out, the medical field is definitely one that I might want to pursue, but that's gonna be very time consuming.
Yeah.
But
so would you say like if you mix the two, you would kind of show up like Coach Britt, where is that something that you would say you would like to?
Maybe. I mean,
because like he doesn't he coach some for like some things? Like I know he was helping out with soccer.
I mean, he is a very good strength coach. he knows what he's doing
Yeah.
inside the gym, because he knows all the muscles and how to hit them and stuff, because he is a trainer.
Yeah. You know, I
But-
feel like that'd be something that you would be pretty good at. You know, you're very smart, and then you like athletic things, so that would be a good mix. But so some interests outside of school. Like, what are some of your favorite? Like, I know you play on on your Xbox
Yeah.
a lot. What's your top 5 games of all time?
Top 5.
It doesn't have to be just Xbox. Just top 5 games of all time.
Rocket League.
Yeah, no, Rocket League's
Rocket
probably
League.
up there.
Rocket League is probably 3rd.
3rd.
I'll
alright.
put Ark at number 2.
Arc. That's interesting.
Forza Horizon 5 is at 4 right now.
4.
Yeah.
Horizon.
Fourth.
Okay.
Shoot. What other games? Oh, Titanfall 1 is definitely first. Or Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2,
2
I
is
agree.
first.
Titanfall 2 was a brilliant game.
It was such a good game. And then Apex came along.
Apex. Yeah, Apex did
Apex.
kind of throw it down.
And my 5th, shoot, I don't think I play 5 games.
That's where it ends at
Yeah,
4.
definitely.
All right, well that's fair. So we've got all of these like amazing games that came out this year. We're gonna go into a section of just me fangirling right now.
Oh man. Here we go.
This is gonna last.
Got
a
Lee
little
turned
while.
up.
So, I know we have all of these like AAA titles coming out, right? We got, first of all, the most anticipated in my opinion and my favorite, God of War Ragnarok. I
want to play.
I love the God of War series so much. It's so well made, and like the story is just so compelling. you know.
I've never played it, but I want to play
It's literally okay. So it's about this guy, right? And he's a soldier in Sparta, and he pretty much like he makes a deal with the Greek god of war, and he goes into like this blind rage. He like murders everyone in the village, and like he's cursed with these like blades, right? And he literally goes on this like track to kill all of the Greek pantheon, like Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hermes, Apollo, like everyone, like even like Ares, like he just goes on this rampage. And with the new games that came out, there was one in 2018, and then this one that just came out. He goes into the Norse mythology, which is like Odin, Loki, Thor, and this game really sets off like a lot for that. I beat the game in like 3 days. Like it was so much fun. Like it's so much.
beat it
It's
in
so
3
worth
days.
it. 3
Did
days.
you just stay up all night? And
Yes,
just-
I did. I did stay up all night playing that game.
I can't
That's
do
a
that.
huge thing of mine. But that's my anticipation. Game of the year is coming around, and I think everyone who should go vote for God of War because
100%.
the big competitor against God of War right now is Elden Ring, and Elden Ring is a very good game. Do not get me wrong, but I don't know, man. I feel like the legacy of God of War is just so strong. Like Elden Ring kind of set the bar really high for other games, and that's the two main like game of the years that's going against each other right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
You got other smaller titles like Stray and stuff like that, but Arkham Knight. By the way, the
that's
Gotham
Gotham.
Knights, the Gotham Knights game I heard it came out, it was a flop. There were so many bad things with it.
It's not a Batman game.
It's the Batman games are so good, and then Gotham Knights I feel drove away from that, but opinionated. That's
It's
the
just
end
one
of my,
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just one game. It doesn't ruin the Warner Brothers
All right.
name that much.
So Cobey, how long have you been going to Riverside? You said 11 years.
About 10, 11 years.
10, 11 years. Okay, so in this drawer, if you open it up, we have a yearbook from your kindergarten graduation.
Oh wow, that is his kindergarten picture.
You take it out.
All right, well, we'll put a picture of that on screen. That's how do you feel about that picture?
I don't know half these people.
You don't remember half of these people, man. Well, what's it like being a part of like the K Club? You know, your picture in this yearbook for Riverside. You know, being through all of these years of people leaving and coming in and leaving and coming in. What has it been like to like stay the whole time?
It's been really, I don't know how to say. It's been kind of a weird feeling. I mean, going to one place for pretty much your entire life. It's not something that most people do. I mean, a lot of people go to a different school, but I'm probably going to graduate from here. Just being able to commit to one place for 11, 12, 13 years, it's weird seeing people that you've known for so long just leave.
Yeah.
Especially like last year, one of my friends left, and I've known her for 7, 8 years, and she just dipped.
Who is that?
That is Janie.
Janie?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
She's in here. She went to SEC.
Jenny Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. Well, you know, I feel like staying here is like a really big, you know, it's like a family. Like the Riverside, we are one thing. It's like really coming together this year. I've talked about this pretty much every podcast. You know, it's coming together a lot better. You know, with you in the football team and in the band, you've gotten to experience marching on the field in your football uniform.
Yeah.
Which kind of went like semi-viral. So like, what did it feel like being the only one like with your sleeves off and not in the band uniform, no hat on, just out there with your football uniform?
I was pretty nervous at first. I mean, I didn't know if I was actually gonna do it. I was kind of just thinking, okay, I'll say I'll do it, and then I'll just like go into the locker room. But eventually, whenever halftime came, I was like, I gotta do this. I can't let people down. I went out there, took off my pads, and just had a good halftime.
That was the last run, huh? That was,
Yeah.
I think that was the last time we performed it, you know, and a lot of people said that was really good, you know. We've been hyping up senior night for that being our last showcase for the show. And but that's not the end of marching season, really.
Yeah.
You know, we still got the parades. The Norco Christmas parade, that's one that I'm looking forward to be honest. And you've got a very I was in your position, but you've got a very interesting part for one of the songs that we have, or most of the songs that we have. It's almost like a solo. So how does it feel like being able to carry all of that and like being thrown into pretty much being the first trombone since I've switched to tuba?
It's difficult, I'll say that, but I just gonna need a lot of practice. I mean, last year you were still on trombone, so I kind of had someone to follow, but this year I don't.
Yep.
It's just me, and I have to be a role model for the other trombone, the baritone, and just the parts. Oh my God, they're awful.
Yeah.
They're so difficult.
I remember whenever I was first, you know, put above, like whenever Adam left, I remember I was thrown into it, and I think you weren't in band when it was my first year by myself. Like I was actually by myself, and then I had 2 baritones, but, and then the next year you came in and I kind of like understood what was going on. So like I had a head start compared to you, but you're thrown into the fact that you have to teach it like pretty much immediately.
I know that sounds tough. I'm not even in the band, but that sounds
Yeah,
tough.
it's you know, it's being responsible really is all it comes down to, and that's why Mr. Clement and you know the whole program has been renowned so well. You know, it's really well known, to be honest. Like most competitions we go to, the commentators and stuff will ask about him and things like that. You know, and I feel like he really deserves that credit. What he does is actually like really astonishing. But you know, I don't know. I feel like that's like a really big part of the spirit of the school. It comes a lot from like the band and then the football team matching the energy. You know, I know Manny
100% think so.
for the Blackout Pep Rally, he he conducted in front of the band. He took Jeremy. He went on the podium and conducted for us.
He did.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
He did. He stood on the podium and for the fight song. Was it the fight song? I think it was the fight song.
Yeah, it was a fight song.
For the fight song, he went on the podium and started conducting.
That's awesome.
That was Jeremy showed him how to do it, and he got it like that, and then we were set. It was fun. It was. I think like involvement like that is really important. But being able to share the mutual respect of both organizations is also like, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more together this year than it has been before. But that's pretty much all we've got to talk about today. The podcast with Cobey, how football is, how band is. So Cobey, anything else before we close this out?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for having me.
Yep,
good opportunity.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
So this is the last section of the Ramblin Rebels podcast, and we have one last question for you to end it all, right? What is your favorite food?
Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni pizza. Is there a
100%.
specific place?
Hunt Brothers.
Hunt Brothers Pizza, pepperoni.
Mid.
No, what's your opinion on that?
Mid.
You think?
Mid.
Come on, man. It's the only thing we got in Vacherie.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of your day.